Greetings, one and all, to another episode of 18 Wheels of Steel Across America. I am your host, RAS2484, and welcome back. Yes, alright, for my last video, I did have to admit something. I did record that on August 8th, but I just didn't get it up until now, which is the 21st. So, okay, well, a lot of things come up, I had a busy couple of weeks at work, and let's not get started with that, because right now, my head really hurts right now. I don't know why I'm doing this with my head hurting. So I took some medicine, lie down for a freaking hour before I could do this. So I'm doing better, I'm doing better now, but hold on a second, I'm trying to adjust this fucking here. Okay. Oh. So, okay, folks, here's the deal. As y'all know, my first hidden object game is pretty much done. In my second one, I made one video of it, that Ominous Objects Family Portrait game. Yeah, so, I don't know when I'm going to get to that. See, the thing is, I get preoccupied with stuff, so what I'd like to do is only do those hidden object games every now and then, because right now I am paying for a lot of stuff, like entertainment purposes. For example, I have Netflix, which I don't really use anymore. So every now and then I might want to watch a video or something, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then there's another game that I was playing before I play another game, which you have to pay a monthly subscription for. And I have to get rid of that because I'm not going to touch it anymore. I just play the free version of it. And then, let's see. Well, then I'm paying Big Fish Games. I think it's like $8 or $9 a month or something. It's a real small amount. It's really not that much, but yeah, I just don't want to do that stuff anymore. So right now, what I'm doing is I am getting back into World of Warcraft. Now, World of Warcraft has been around for several years now. I mean, everybody knows what it is. If you're a big fan of massive multiplayer online gaming or the MMOGs, this is the big kahuna. It's a very large game, and they're always adding content to it. So, I mean, it's like a never-ending game, really, if you think about it. So, in spite of that, I got myself involved with World of Warcraft again. So, for those of you who do not know what World of Warcraft is, or those of you who have lives, it's a massive multiplayer online RPG game, role-playing game, where you take the form of a certain, you have a choice of 11 different races. And they, let me see if I can name a few of them. Well, humans, of course. And of course you play the humans. You can play either as the Alliance, which consists of the humans, the good people. Or you can play the Horde, which is the bad side, the antagonist of World of Warcraft. So it's pretty much up to you. And each race has their own set of classes you can be. I mean, there's a ton of them too. There's like from the warrior um, which is uses like melee weapons and shit like that. And then there's let's see. See, there's a paladin. Now the paladin uses holy magic, and they're mainly for melee damage, but they can use holy magic to kind of increase their strength and their attacks. And there's a priest that does something similar, but it does mostly healing, and it uses more holy and shadow magic. Then we get into the more magical types, like there's a mage. Mages are interesting because they love to use arcane magic, and you probably would get some more information on about each class if you could go to World of Warcraft, their website. But they're mages, they're magic folk, they're warlocks, they're shaman, which uses magic and the forces of nature to help. And there's druids that can shapeshift. Let's see. What am I leaving out? And I'm leaving out something else. And of course there are monks that are more like martial arts, holy type people, but that's a newer type of class.
Well, hands up, 10-7. Keep them rolling.
So that's just a few of them that you could be. I mean, not talking about all the different types of races you can be. The humans. There's night elves. Night elves are pretty cool. Let's see. Night elves, you can be gnomes. That's the R is gnomes. Are really short people. Yeah, it's what you're thinking. It's them. So you can be dwarves. Like example, the dwarves of Lord of the Rings. They're pretty much the same. Let's see. The Draenei. Now the Draenei are they're an alien race. They're similar to the Night Elves, to where they are, kind of one with nature, but they have a lot of advanced technology. But they're an interesting race. They're humanoids, which they look like humans in a way, but of course they're totally different. I mean, you have to go on the website and kind of learn some information about them. But I have a couple of characters myself that are Draenei. And probably to me, the coolest race that I've seen on World of Warcraft right now on the Alliance side is the Wargen. Now, Wargen is a new twist on they are a werewolf-like creature. And, well, they are, I guess they could be described as werewolves, but they're different from werewolves. Because one, werewolves are, they they're turning into their wolf-like selves only at night, and they just create havoc on people. Wargen are similar to that, except they're wolf-like cells. They're like that all the time, day or night. And they don't change back to human form, unless they unless they you know they give you the ability to in the game. So yeah, but what I like about them though is that they actually come from when you play the War Gen, because each race they start in a different area. You know, of World of Warcraft, they have their own stories. War Gen, you know, well, you start off as human, but the War Gen are like similar to like vampires and stuff, like where they can actually spread, you know, their race was created from this so-called curse, and you know, they spread around like biting other people and they turned under War Gen, and you know, a lot of them are just real. They turn into just vicious animals. But there's this place called Gillian City, which has been completely attacked by them. But some people there have found a cure for War Gen to control themselves and be more human-like. But they still have their, they still look like War Gen. And of course, it's a pretty dark story because if you look at them, they're kind of a scary race. You know, they're very, they're a werewolf-like creature, but they're really, they're really not. So much similarities, except they're like that all the time. You know, and yeah, there really is no cure for them right now. I mean, they don't come out at a full moon. They're like that all the time. You know, it's crazy. But so they kind of they have a dark past. But your character, you play as one that you start off as human and then you turn to War Gen. But they somehow cured you of being going totally primal. You know, where you're just wreaking havoc on everybody. So, you know, you follow along with them, with the other War Gen and all the other shit that's going on, and you eventually end up on Amethyst Isle, which is where the Night Elves are. So, it's actually a very in-depth story. I mean, that's what really got me into them, because at first I'm like, no, I'm not. I was like, I'm not really interested in them right now, but when I did this, I'm like, holy crap. I mean, I was like, you level up fast, because I was doing Warlocks. Warlocks is pretty cool because you can summon like demons and, imps and stuff like that. So, it's kind of cool, you know. You can use Arcane. You can use stuff like, you can curse people, you can use fire, of course. You can also use frost damage, stuff like that. It's a pretty cool race. I got that. I got me a druid, which can shapeshift. Got 2 mages. I got me a hunter. Now hunters, they're not magic folk. Their specialty is that they can use like 1 or 2-handed weapons for melee attacks, and then you have a pet. Like right now, my pet's a bear, and you can send it to attack your enemies. You can also use firearms, which really got me interested in hunter class. So that's actually, you level up very fast with hunters because you can. Because with firearms, it's long range, so you can kill stuff before it even gets to you, or even the bear can attack it. Because the bear is pretty is pretty strong itself. I mean, she had the ability to resurrect it if it dies, to revive your friends. So that's a cool thing. So. Yeah, I play several characters. My War Gen, my Warlock, he is level 14 right now. The others are, a lot lower levels than that. So that's what I've been doing lately. So I've been really getting into that. And of course, you can choose your secondary progression. Your profession, like you want to do alchemy, herbalism, or mining. Mining can be done with several things, blacksmithing, engineering. Engineering I've not tried out yet. That's what my druid is doing right now, is engineering and mining. Because you have to gather stuff and to make certain things. So I'm trying that shit out. So we will see how that goes. So that's what I've been doing lately. Not much else is going on, really. I don't know why the hell I left this out. Well, I suppose by now everybody around the world has heard the news. It's a very, very tragic, and it's affected me as well. Well, on August 11th, folks, early in the morning, Robin Williams was found dead. So apparently he had committed suicide. And I tell you what, it shocked the entire fucking world. I mean, this man was an icon. I mean, and I understand why he committed suicide, but apparently he was going through a lot of depression because recently he had heart surgery, and so that they go through a lot, severe depression, is a huge side effect to that. And also, what we learned of is he also had early signs of Parkinson's disease. I almost said Alzheimer's. He doesn't have that. He didn't have that. He had early signs of Parkinson's disease. He was really afraid that his face would be greatly affected by it. And didn't want other people to see that. So I was thinking suicide was the best option. Well, it is such a tragedy. I feel so bad for his family. I mean, that's just terrible, for someone to go through that. I mean, that man left behind a legacy that's probably the greatest. But anyway, he's left a legacy behind, and he'll be greatly missed. And I call out his family, and his friends. It's such a great loss, and I'm mourning for him. Because he's one of my favorite actors, stand-up comedians. I was just horror-struck when I found him he committed suicide. And he was only 63. I mean, wow, it's hard, I just, I don't know what else there is left to say, really. So, well, on that note, that'll be it for this episode. I'll see y'all next time, and I appreciate y'all for watching. And for those of you in support of Robin Williams, just take a moment of silence. Listen to one of his comedy albums or his movies or something in his memory. Because that man deserves to be recognized. Well, that's all I gotta say for this episode. I'll see you guys later.